live in today. So I know a lot of people had a lot of outrage when it came to my take on Cade Cunningham, whatever, um, saying that he wasn't untradeable, that he hard to play with. Somebody shared one of my videos, the one I said is Cade untouchable. Somebody shared that video, and he started putting the analytics in the video, the plus and minus. Um, yeah, the plus and minus in the video or whatever about how his plus his minus, he was in the negative, and um that I him and Ivy had negative, have similar negative, um plus minus, I guess. um and I guarantee you Cade Cunningham's ball usage is a lot higher. You know what I'm saying? And all I'm saying is this: I'm not putting the whole thing on Cade Cunningham, because somebody was like, well, are you a fan or are you a hater? Well, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, I'm a realist. So I don't look at it as I don't make my picks out of emotions. I don't make my picks out of being a fanboy. All my emotions, like if I feel like the Pistons gonna lose, that's just what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. And what I see when I watch the Pistons with Cade Cunningham under Monty Williams, what I see is a guy that's given the full control to do whatever he wants to do with the ball in his hand. And he's a fucking ball hog. And now the perception around the league, 2 years ago was what? It was that the Detroit Pistons had a good young core, right? That was like the year where Cade played 16 games, if that. And even towards the end of that season, a lot of these guys like Duran, arrow was pointed up. Ivy, arrow was pointed up. You know what I'm saying? All these guys' arrows was pointed up. Cade Cunningham come back, all them suck monkey ass. And if you watch them play under Monty Williams, it was like, well, Cade, you go do your thing, get to your spots at the mid range, get to your spots, and you just do your thing. We gonna sit three guys on the 3-point line, four depending on who playing the center, and that's how we gonna rock. And for the most part, he took every shot available. When he didn't play like that Portland game that Ivy got hot, the ball moved. I mean, even Killian looked like an actual NBA player. The ball moved. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. So what I'm saying is this: I'm not putting it all on Cade Cunningham, and I'm not putting it all on him. Monty didn't run. Think about how good before they traded Marvin Bagley was when he was healthy. I'm about to get off this road in a minute. So, how good Monty was. Come on. How good Marvin Bagley and Cade Cunningham was in the pick and roll with Dwayne Casey. How many times you see them do a pick and roll for real under Monty Williams? It wasn't existing. How many times you see Duran and Cade Cunningham do a pick and roll under Monty Williams? Come on. They're not doing basic cuts. They're not doing basic pick and rolls. They're not doing pin down screens. They're not running actual offense. They're not doing an actual offense. So when we start talking about what Monty didn't do and what he did do was he allowed them to do what the fuck. He allowed Cade Cunningham to do what the hell he wanted to do. He allowed him to literally do what he wanted to do, and that was ball hog. And instead of settle for 3-pointers, he allowed him to get to his spots and throw up a lot of shots. And then when it was time to pass the ball and find his teammates, they was cold. And then you already had a team full of guys that weren't known for being shooters. All right, if I got a team and I know we don't shoot the ball well, okay, then what we gonna do? One thing we gonna do is we got young legs. We gonna run motherfuckers out the building every night. So I'm walking my dog, so. But we gonna run people out the building every night. That's one thing we are gonna do. We're gonna attack the paint. We're gonna do a lot of pick and roll. You know how they got Isaiah Stewart in that corner? He's gonna run that baseline. His ability to run in a straight line, his ability to get offensive rebounds, his ability to do putbacks. Why send him at the three-point line just to chuck up three-pointers? Why does he run that baseline and slash and get a back door consistently? You know what I'm saying? If he got a matchup where he got a smaller guy on him, why are we helping a smaller guy out by sending him on the three-point line? Why don't we call ISO and let him bag back the smaller defender? Same thing. You got 2 ball handlers in the backcourt, 4 potential ball handlers in the backcourt that I could think of: Thompson, Sasser, Cade, Ivy. Okay. Cade Cunningham got, I don't know, let's name a guard. Cade Cunningham got Jalen Brunson on him, right? Okay, why would I want Cade Cunningham to go one-on-one versus Jalen Brunson? Isolation at the top of the key every time. Why not put him in a position where, let me get a ball to Ivy, let me get a ball to Sasser Thompson, play high-low. Put Jalen Brunson on Cade Cunningham's hip and let Cade Cunningham post up Jalen Brunson and get an easy bucket or get an and one and get to the free throw line. Their offense lacked a lot of creativity, and with Dwayne Casey, it had more creativity. And I heard Joe Mazzulla, somebody shared a video of Joe Mazzulla talking about analytics and shit. Man, fuck them analytics. Plus, minus, kiss my ass. Fuck that. Basketball is basketball. And his whole thing was, oh, no matter if you miss 53s, keep fucking shooting them. How dumb is that ideology? How the fuck stupid is that? That's dumb. Hold on, I gotta clean up. This dude like to shit in the most weirdest places, bro. 1 second. Got cleaned up. Yeah, I live out the way. My black ass don't pick up shit. I get a letter. Excuse me, black guy. You didn't pick up your dog shit, but Susie, Bill, and Brad don't pick their shit up. Stop. He not mean. He just like kids. Come on. Great babysitter, though. Yeah, I be letting Miles babysit shit. I ain't got time for that shit. Did you watch the kids? Yeah. Pay this nigga in treats. You ain't never seen my dog and shit. But yeah, they don't have any creativity offensively. So I don't put that on Cade Cunningham, to be honest. You don't need, like with your children. I don't have no kids, no biological kids, but I tell you this. They only do what you allow them to do. Especially as young as the Pistons are, you only do what you allow them to do. And offensively, when I heard Joe Mazzulla say that, that's the dumbest shit in the world. Now you gotta understand, I was born in the era of where fundamentals was still good. So guess what? You know, we had a game, and I remember I had a game or whatever when I was like in middle school, and I got the rebound and I cleared it. You know, and I kicked it back out. And my dad told me after the game, he like, why the fuck you do that? Go back up strong with the basketball. So they teach you when you rebound as a big guy, when you rebound the basketball, you get it, don't bring it back down here. Bring it back up there, you finish up strong. So that's what they tell you. And like I said, a lot of those fundamental keys in the NBA is gone. They don't triple threat no more. They don't know how to dribble without traveling no more. And when you got the belief of, oh, we missed 23s, keep shooting them. No, you dumb motherfucker. Get to the free throw line. Call a play where I'm getting Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown going to the rim. Call a play where I got Porzingis get a switch and I put a smaller guy on his hip. It's basketball. It doesn't change from 80s to 90s to 2000. The players are no more gifted, no more athletic. Wilt Chamberlain was the greatest athlete that sports has ever seen. Him and Bo Jackson. Look up the stats. You know, it doesn't change. The shit doesn't change, bro. So their inability offensively to be creative is what's hurting the Detroit Pistons. Simple as that. Their inability to allow one man who ain't that fucking good to begin with. This ain't Luka. You know what I'm saying? Cade Cunningham is not Luka Doncic. Get that shit out your mind. He not that shade of white. It ain't the same blue. He not Luka. We don't got green in our uniform unless we wear them varnish uniforms. He not Luka Doncic. So get that out y'all head. That dude may not even be an all-star. Well, look at the numbers. Look here. Kevin Love put up a lot of great numbers in Minnesota. A lot of great numbers. What the fuck did they win in Minnesota? Absolutely nothing. So when we start getting in here talking about what they need to do, he's not a guy you build with or you build around. You build with him. You know, can y'all arguably say that he's the number one player on a championship caliber team? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Jason Tatum wasn't even the number one player on a championship team. He ain't nowhere near as good as Jason Tatum. Nowhere near as good as Jason Tatum. So get that out of here. So to hand him $205 million, look here. Call me a player hater or what you want to call me. I understand where you got to pay him, but the dude ain't been healthy, and they've been worse with him at the helm. Why would I keep a liability around like that? Well, CJ, he got potential. He's still young. When you get young, when you get older, you don't get healthier. Well, I mean, when you get older, you don't get healthier. If you a Chinaman year 1, year 2, year 3, man, nigga, wait till you get to year 9, 10, 11, 12. And I like Brandon Ingram. Don't get it twisted. Let's talk about that for a second. But putting two Mr. Glassmans together, I don't think that's the best idea. But the only reason I ain't got a problem with it is because the Pistons are locked and loaded at those positions. When you talk about Sasser or Shure Thompson playing that wing, and I believe they should draft Cody Williams. I don't know a lot about the draft, but I just know a guy that can play basketball. Him and that white boy at Tennessee, they're the only guys I ever noticed playing basketball. And that big dude at Purdue, he ain't shit. What's that dude that was at Michigan that played center? Not the one that went to Kansas, but the other one back in the day. He went like in the 20s. He's a white dude. Real kind of cocky white guy. You know, he could play too at Michigan, but he got to the league. Them type of centers is done for. And no, I'm not talking about the skin color. I'm talking about them old prehistoric centers that don't have enough athleticism. And if you are gonna bring a center like that, and people say, well, CJ, you always talk about back in that. Look, Alonzo Mourning and Patrick Ewing, they can move. Young Shaq can move. David Robinson can run. Hakeem Olajuwon, one of a kind athlete. But I'm talking about them dudes like Big Country, Rick Smits, our old ass Arvydas Sabonis, not Arvydas Sabonis in his prime, but old ass Arvydas Sabonis, you know what I'm saying? Like guys that couldn't be mobile. It's hard to play today because you got to play in so much space. But the problem is they don't run through those guys no more. So if I'm going to have a Draymond on my hip, I'm going to throw it every time. And Edie got to get me a bucket, bro. Every time Edie got to get me a bucket or get to the free throw line. And if he don't get to the free throw line to give me a bucket every time, that he don't give me a bucket every time or get to the free throw line, then really it's a waste. So a lot of these guys come in and they can't even make smaller defenders get in foul trouble or make them pay with a deuce or a three every time, and I mean an and one. So your big ass going to the 3-point line, it doesn't help me. You getting rebounds, offensive rebounds, and getting the team in foul trouble and getting 2 every time helps me, because then guess what? They have to rotate an extra defender over, and then that's when we get the better 3-point looks. So that guy really don't help me. Kid from Tennessee, he a dog. He a dog. I love any player who talk that shit, who show personality. He do the dog. I want to get him and Cody Williams. Cody Williams, you talking about getting Brandon Ingram? You ain't in no rush. You ain't in no rush. You know, being crafty is better than, no, it's not. Well, yes, it is. I mean, it's a skill, so I can't disagree with that. But what I'm saying is this. Let me tell you this, bro. Jokic, stop. When Jokic get in trouble, what do he do? When Jokic got like a little bad streak, he put his ass on the block. That's what I'm saying. He can post up and make other players pay. So when Denver need a bucket, Jokic put his head down, get to the rim. Jokic get his ass on the block, and he getting too easy every time. With a floater, he can turn over the left or the right shoulder, so he can make you pay. Luka Doncic, the same thing. When he need to get a bucket, even though we're talking about two different positions, Luka either gonna put his, he is what Cade Cunningham is trying to be, but he not. Luka's a generational talent. Stop. He's a generational talent. He's not that. So how he get into his spots and all that type of stuff, that's how, that's how you supposed to be. He knows his game. He knows his limitations. So I agree with that. Skill is always better than athleticism. But yeah, like I was talking about Cody Williams, why not just physically build up Cody Williams? He give you Brandon Ingram vibes. Didn't know he was Jalen Williams' little brother from the OKC Thunder, but he give you Jalen Williams vibes. I mean, he give you Ingram and Paul George vibes. Smaller guy, good jump shot, good floater, good defender. You know what I'm saying? I wait. We ain't in no rush. Hey, if I get him and I can add Brandon Ingram, because don't nobody want Brandon Ingram neither. From what we hearing, don't nobody want Brandon Ingram. So, because of the injury history and the contract expired. But people acting like Cade is this god or this player that we can't live without. Look here. If with him we won what, 16 games? Well, shit. Yeah, look here. What they say, if you're going to go to hell, you might as well go down there and be a legend. If you're going to win 16, you might as well win 8 or 9 or 10 games then. You might as well go down to fucking legend. Don't be in the middle of history. Be like Lions and Cleveland Browns and make history. Go down to fucking legend. Don't just be the class clown. Go down the greatest class clown in Cooley High School or Cody High School history or Central history. You know what I'm saying? Go down to fucking legend, nigga. Go down to legend. But nonetheless, but yeah, people got mad like, oh, you like, do y'all understand? This is not a dick sucking channel. No diddy. People be going to channels knowing what you gonna get and expect you to change. Look here, I'm not like that bitch you with. Let me just say that once again. I'm not like that bitch you with, where you feel like you could take that woman and she a hoe and you can change her. No, you ain't gonna change her neither, but I'm not that guy. All the tea in China, all the money on YouTube, I'm good. I'm gonna keep it real. What you get on this motherfucker is what you get in real life. So, yeah, I don't fake the funk. So I'm gonna speak. If I'm wrong, I come back and say, yeah, I was wrong. Okay, go to, I don't know, Houston and be the man. Somebody in the comments says, you wanted Jalen Green. Look here, I did. And I think Jalen Green's a better player right now. But once again, disclaimer, he in a better situation. Better coach, all that. But to me, I looked at Cade, I just never really seen it. Nah, come on. I never really seen like what y'all, like, he's a good player. But I'm looking like $205 million. Like, man, I guess, man, shit, Buddy Hield got a max contract not too long ago. But Scotty Barnes got a contract. 270, I guess, because he made the All-Star team, and they got a whole video saying that he may be what they say? That he may like be retarded. I don't mean that in a negative connotation, but they saying that he might have a learning disability. Did y'all see that video? His goofy, him being goofy as hell. Real talk. So, I don't know. But But I understand them handing him the money. I get it. I get it. He goes somewhere else and prosper. We seen Spencer Dinwiddie, Chris Middleton. We seen other players go. It just didn't happen here. And I've always said, Trajan Langdon, since he got here, Trajan Langdon, number one issue in Detroit is player development. I believe we drafted some players that really would have been really, really good. That's just my opinion. I think player development has been, since Jack McCloskey left, that's been our biggest enemy. Before Tom Gores got here, we have not been able to develop talent. So what if we took Booker or took Giannis or took who else did we miss? I don't know. Giannis, Booker, Kawhi, Paul George, whoever it has been. Man, what we've been able to develop these guys. Now certain guys like what's the guy's name? Certain guys like Carmelo Anthony, Grant Hill, guys like that, come on, they gonna be regardless. You could put them in the Clippers when they was practicing at community colleges in the 90s and shit. They gonna be good regardless of where they go. But like Giannis, like, come on, he could have went to a situation where it may not have been so good for him, and maybe he don't turn into Giannis. So player development is key, and bringing in a shooting coach, that's very key. That's very key. But but with Cade or whatever, like, it ain't no hate. Like, anytime you give an opinion and there gets a lot of truth to it, it's hate. But then again, you get people that give an opinion and it got a lot of lies to it, and people it travels far, and people agree with it. But I just go get the truth about it. I gave the truth about what I thought about Killian Hayes before they drafted him, during his career and after his career. He ain't shit. It's not personal. I gave my opinion on low sodium beef stew. It ain't nothing personal. It ain't nothing personal at all. And a lot of y'all I'm reading, y'all don't like what people do his thing again. Hold on. He like to walk in a circle and shit. But man, this dude is weird. I can't show y'all the explicit part of him shitting. His little wiener come on and shit. This nigga fighting demons. I can't. Hold on. Can't pick that up. That's wet shit. Stop. White people so weird, bro. You staring at me looking like what I'm doing here. I live here. I pay rent just like you pay rent, Billy. But a lot of people be staring because they got a ban on pit bulls here. Yeah, they got a ban on pit bulls or whatever. And this nigga, man. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I'm about to finish. Try to pick this shit up. Yeah, they got a ban on pit bulls and shit. And come on this way. Yeah, they got a ban on pit bulls. So, but I'm good because I know how to do shit. So a lot of people don't know how to be informed and get around that bullshit. But some people do. I don't mind sharing information. If you got a problem, you live somewhere, even if you live out of state, you can't get a particular breed, they want to have them, just DM me on like Twitter, Facebook. I'm rarely on Instagram, but I eventually see it. Yeah, I'm rarely on there though, but hold on. I can help y'all out with that. But hey, continue on. Head coaching search, right? Let me read some comments. If Cade was a real number one pick, how did he lose more games this season than last season when he didn't even play? I mean, it is what it is. And he ain't never healthy neither. And in the narrative now, they ain't got no more not that help. But like I said about the narrative about not having help. A little kid banging on the window. He see my dog. I should scare the shit out of him, but I'm not gonna do that. But I mean, he makes people worse on this team, in my opinion. He makes people worse because um, he likes to attack and get to a spot. So you got to be prepared under Monty offense. You got to be prepared to shoot. And these guys can't shoot. And the guys that can shoot, like Marcus Sasser, he refused to play him. So like I said, a lot of it fall on Monty Williams. And it's this perception about, and I'm going to speak on that too. And I'm going to do a traditional live at the computer too. At some point this week, we might start back doing lives on Saturday mornings. So, so I say this about Monty. They got the perception, oh, Detroit is dumb. They fired Monty. He didn't get a chance to do nothing. Look, I watched that team. I watched it. And Monty, they regressed under Monty Williams. They might have made it elite with Dwayne Casey, to be honest. They regressed under Monty Williams. So when we started talking about them regressing under Monty, they didn't have an identity. All it was Cade Cunningham go 1-on-5, and about 6-7 minutes into the first quarter, you might get a shot if it's up to him. He did not do a great job of distributing. They did not do a great job of having the players cut, run the baseline, cut, slash. When you got a team full of athletes and not everybody's a great shooter, then you have to make the adjustment. The adjustment is we're going to play with pace. We're going to play with pace. We're going to attack the boards. You know, we're going to get guys slashing and cutting, backdoor cutting, moving without the basketball so they can get the basketball and they can just get downhill. They didn't do a good job of that. They weren't even creative enough when Cade, like I said, had a smaller defender on him to post up Cade and play through Cade through the post. You know what I'm saying? How good of a guy like Isaiah Stewart can run the floor, how good his hands is and finishing at the bucket. They didn't do enough of pick and roll, and he can shoot it a little bit. They didn't do enough pick and pop. That's one of the reasons they don't have an identity. You got guys that's nasty. Cade Cunningham, he can get dirty and nasty. Isaiah Stewart has got a reputation for being dirty and nasty. I mean this in a good way. Rodman, Mahorn, shit like that. So they got guys that got reputations for being tough. But they wanted to make it the Cade Cunningham show and shit. And that nigga ain't that good. Keep telling y'all that. Y'all want him to be Luka Doncic. He ain't Luka. I hate to say that to y'all. It's only one Luka. But believe what y'all want to believe. But about Monty, Monty didn't have no creativity offensively. Everybody trying to do what the Golden State Warriors did. The thing to do with the Golden State Warriors is to beat the trend. How do you beat the trend? Guess what? You attack the paint, you play inside out. Trust and believe me, play inside out. You might not get 40 threes. You might only get 30, 25 threes, but I guarantee your percentages go up. Guarantee. He like to be hard-headed, man. But I guarantee your percentages go up. But with Trajan and the head coach search, a lot of people don't like James Borrego. I'm in the minority there. I like James Borrego. I like James Borrego. He was starting to turn it around in Charlotte. Remember that year they were about to make the play-in and they slid down the stretch? They did make the play-in. They slid down the stretch. I like him. Think he a good coach, young coach. I don't know if y'all know, he like 6'6", 6'5" and shit. So young coach. They play with a lot of pace in Charlotte. I think the next step for them there was defense. Excuse me. I think the next step for them was defense. And I don't think he got a chance to get that step in that evolution, to get that step. So I'm in the minority. I like Dave Edelman, Chris Quinn. Not sure about Nori from the Timberwolves. Lifelong assistant coach throughout the NBA. So very witty, talks good. But if he is gonna do what Minnesota did, I love it. And that's put an emphasis on defense and put an actual NBA offense together. And James Borrego comes from that San Antonio tree too. So I like that because when that San Antonio coaching tree, they believe in defense and they believe in an offense that's created off ball movement. And that's why Minnesota was so successful this year. The ball, it wasn't a bunch of isolation basketball. They had a balance. You know, when that ball come off the floor, Anthony Edwards, if he bringing it up, or Conley bringing it up, or Cat bringing it up, it ain't standing in their hand long unless they got a mismatch. It's going to somebody else's hand. When they dish that ball off to somebody else, you know, they cutting, they spacing the floor, they kicking out, they doing something else. So I love that for their offense. It ain't sticking in one person's hand. It ain't just pick and roll every time. When they come up the court, it's either you're gonna attack the defense, or I'm giving it to the next guy, and the offense is initiated. It ain't down to one guy. They got a 5-man offense. You know, Detroit had a 1-man offense. You know, who else got an offense like that? It was somebody else I seen offense who I really like. Dallas, I really don't care for their offense because it's like, your turn, Kyrie, your turn, Luka. Don't really care for that. Hold on. So it's 1-on-5. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Boston offense. It's pretty straight. Other than they take too many threes, but Minnesota got really good offense, bro. It's not predicated on one guard, one big man. You know, Denver's the offense I like. Denver's another one. The ball don't stick just in Jokic's hand. If Jokic doing his thing, guess what? Murray spacing, Murray cutting, Murray curling, KCP rotating to create more space. They slashing, they crashing the boards. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not a stagnant offense. Their offense is not stagnant. So when we start talking about, you know, offense, that's what offense should be. It's a 5-man job. It's not down to 1 or 2 guys, then y'all just support us. No, everybody got to do their job. Space, cut, curl, pin, slash. You know what I'm saying? Everybody must do their job. Trey, what's going on? Josh, a salute. He said Gary got to step up as far as making his teammates better and getting his shots off at the same time. It is what it is. He made people worse. I mean, somebody showed me where I'm wrong. You know, I put a lot of that on Monty's shoulders, but he don't make nobody better. My dog is the most hard-headed dog in the world. Hard-headed breed. Come on. But yeah, I mean that's just what they own. We not going over there. We run into this lady the other day was jocking Miles and shit over there. She ain't even there. He like getting compliments and shit. But yeah, man. I mean, James Borrego, I'm cool with that though. I don't know why. I mean, yeah, I want Sam Cassell too. You know, like everybody else, I fuck with Sam I am. As long as he wear a bag on his head when he coaching over here, he good with me. That's one ugly motherfucker though. Yeah, that nigga ugly. You know, that nigga come out. He come out. You know, Detroit, they gotta play danger by Mystical. This dude keeps shit, dude. Hold on. Come on, man. I gotta pick that up again. Hold on. Stop. But yeah, I like Sam Cassell too. But James Borrego is a good coach. This nigga coughing like an old man. Come on, man. But yeah, James Borrego a good coach. I don't know why y'all hating on James. Fun fact, if you ain't watched my videos, you don't know this. He the first Hispanic coach and the head coach in the NBA. Head coach. Yep. He the first. So, um, yep, he's the first. So for those who didn't know, yeah, I like the coach. I don't really see what the issue with it is. You know, names don't win championships. But he had Charlotte going in the right direction. They slipped up towards the end. They started falling off towards the end for sure. But that's a wild ass locker room. Real talk. Hold on. Come on, man. That's a wild ass locker room. But yeah, James Borrego is A1 in my opinion. You know, he has a working relationship with Trajan Langdon already, so there's no excuses there. There's no Troy Weaver. There's no Troy Weaver excuses there. He has a relationship with him. So, hey, let's roll. You know, he may not be the coach that take us to a championship. You know, Rick Carlisle wasn't. But people say, well, I believe Rick Carlisle would have did it eventually. Possibly. We don't know. We just know Larry Brown took us to the next level. Larry Brown, another guy. He's a social weirdo. He really is. Today, Larry Brown wouldn't have been successful coaching. When you don't know how to socialize, communicate, it's something about them New York City niggas, bro. I can't really put my finger on it, but dudes from New York City, they just something mentally be wrong with a lot of them dudes. Stefan, Bassie, who else we had? Lenny Cook. Yeah, them dudes in New York City just not wired right. They be having a lot of mental lapses. Born Ready, aka Lance Stevenson. And then can't none of them motherfuckers shoot. Can't none of them New York niggas shoot. I bet if they started shooting pistols, they couldn't hit a motherfucker, to be honest. They mentally not there and they can't shoot. You getting shot by a New York dude, you should be good. Remember, who seen that movie In Too Deep with Omar Epps and we're not going over here. Come on, LL Cool J. And they had Omar was under Jay Reed. Omar Epps' character was undercover and shit. So he was undercover and shit. So they wanted him to prove that that he wasn't undercover. So he had to shoot somebody. So he kept missing. He was shooting. He kept missing them on purpose. They was like, "You can't shoot, Jay Reed." Like, damn. That's how New York niggas probably shoot a Glock, and that's how they shoot a basketball for sure. I shoot a Glock and a basketball for sure. Them niggas can't shoot shit. He's still young. I still think he can be a good as Shea. He ain't gonna be no damn Shea. Shea Butter, not Shea Gillisley Alexander. You sound like a nigga that still go to church. I still believe Jesus coming on the white horse to save us peoples from this white oppression. I'm talking shit, maybe you're right. Mo Wagner. Nah, we should have traded Cade for Shea and Franz Wagner, though. They should have did that deal for sure. Cody's nice. Look at Jalen Bridges, too. Yeah. I don't know what the hell that is, but hey, just send me some suggestions. I'll take a look. What up, so a foul player? Yeah, I had to go in on New York real quick. Shout out to somebody got a foul player in Brooklyn. You know I ain't lying, though. He said, gotta be patient, bro. Oven bacon better. Man, look here. All the patience in the world, OKC had 3 Hall of Famers on their team. And they broke that shit up. That's because the owner was cheap, though. Ain't all this patience in the world. 16 games. What was 20-something games? I don't know, man. If a girl told you to be patient and wait to get the box for a year, you gonna wait a year? Not I. I wait, but I'm gonna be doing my own thing elsewhere. For sure. And then being patient, he's been injured. He's been injured in all three seasons. He's had some type of injury. I think he barely didn't play 65 games this year, or he barely did. Remember I said if he don't play 65 games this year, he should be gone? I said that. I said that. Sure did. He said you a hater, Cade has much game, but he needs the right core play. No. No, 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 no. He need the right coach. He got the players. The coach wouldn't put him in position to be successful. If I got a bunch of non-shooters, okay, let's make the adjustment to be more competitive than that. You always want to blame everybody else. Everybody, oh, he don't have this, he don't have that. And this, that, man, anybody trying to hear that, bro? Them players was good enough 2 or 3 years ago. They was good enough 2 or 3 years ago. Wasn't no motherfucker playing it in, my nigga. At all. That nigga just don't make nobody better under Monty. He a ball hog. I watch, man, I swear to God. Swear for God and two white men in my Shannon Sharp voice. I watched Jaden Ivey score like 14, 16 straight points against Orlando Magic. When they played him here, that's when Franz Wagner went off. I watched him score all them points. Cade Cunningham didn't look his way again. He didn't give him the ball until like the third quarter, bro. He didn't give him the ball until like the third quarter again. So what are we talking about? That's just so crazy to me. What are we talking about? That's crazy. He ain't make nobody better since he been here. He ain't make nobody better, bro. So y'all can say what y'all want to say about it. Every time you tell some truth, you a hater. You gonna believe David McPherson, who's supporting a dude who can't stay healthy, who we won more games without them within? Believe Dave McPherson. Go start your own channel, Dave, and see how many people get to follow you. I'll sub to you, even though I know you a McBitch. I can't stand this guy. It's all comedy, Dave. Sound like you from across the pond anyway. It's all comedy, David. Don't take it personal. He said Cade's a great player. Great! Well, the definition of great has changed these days. I thought Dwight was a great #1 overall pick. I thought LeBron was an exceptional #1 overall pick. I thought Hakeem was a really great #1 overall pick. You know what I'm saying? Shaq's first season, he almost turned the Orlando Magic to the worst team into a playoff team. So what's the definition of great? Because if Cade great, what we calling Shaquille O'Neal? That's crazy. He's great. Great at what? Great at bagging groceries at Save-A-Lot? Fuck out, Jaden Ivey was coming off the bench. I knew they was losing money. Yeah, I don't know what he got mad about Jaden Ivey about, but Monty, I didn't know he had so many falling out with players. But hey, it is what it is. Coaching matter, yeah. I said that was Monty's fault. I agree. Some of this losing is also on Cade for not being healthy and playing with the team and building chemistry. That's fair. That's fair. That is fair. That's fair enough. This guy gets on my nerves. Come on, man. I don't want to look like a McBitch out here like David and put a harness on him. I might have to put a training collar back on him if I walk and do lives. But David like, you know what? Fuck DJ. Can't stand him. Sam is interesting to think of. Yeah, I love Sam Cassell. That'd be my #1 coach. But James Borrego in my top 5. I only like Denver and the Warriors. Warriors offense, yeah, that's San Antonio. I mix between San Antonio and the Bulls. Dwayne, what it do, dog? He's I like the way the Pacers offense. Yeah, I like theirs too. Rick Carlisle, he was the coach here at one point. Great coach. I forgot Sac ended. Yeah, I don't really watch too much Sacramento. They sound like De'Aaron Fox want to get out of there. It's that cheap dog food. I don't do no cheap dog food though. Even I did. Sometimes you do the expensive dog food This nigga won't eat it. Some dogs won't even stop. Some dogs, I had a chick I was talking to. Her dog only ate the cheap dog food. I don't know why, but I don't know what I fed him today. I ain't feed him no table food today. Maybe yesterday I did. Anytime he do table food, he got a sensitive stomach though. So what I eat yesterday? I had Subway yesterday. So yeah, I ain't feed him much yesterday. I don't know. Come on. This nigga be eating shit off the ground. I could walk him without the leash, but not at this time. And white folks be running. And then, by the way, you can join my Twitter space. I really don't be having the time, bro. You got to tell me ahead of time. It's damn near impossible. Last time I joined the Twitter space, I had to cut somebody out. If you got structured the right way, you got to just tell me ahead of time. Like, I'm literally always busy. Like, usually Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Sundays and Saturdays mornings. Yup. Then like Sunday afternoons, Saturday mornings, Wednesday, Tuesday in the evening. Let me know ahead of time. I can join on them times where I'm not doing much. This nigga been watching for like, I ain't go to work today. I was sick, but this nigga been watching for like 10 hours. He got to be a single dad. I know he got 2 kids. He been watching for like, he might as well went to the laundromat. Dog been watching for like 10 hours straight. I went to sleep. He was watching it, dog. He must be washing the clothes with his hands and shit. Hold on real quick. The dog must be washing the clothes with his hands. But yeah, he said give him the De'Aaron Fox 5 years to make the playoffs, bro. 5 years. 5 years. I got packages and shit. I see my heart and get this kind of dope. I'm just comfortable as hell too. Yeah, I've been buying way more Adidas these days. But that's all I pretty much got, bro. A bunch of packages and nigga ain't open, so I need to open them. But yeah, man, I'm gonna do one at the computer pretty soon, man. So, but give him 5 years, like damn. I was with a chick for like 7 years and didn't have to give a ring, so I guess you might be right. But I appreciate y'all, man. Hit the link tree, find me everywhere. Peace.